Ashley and Derek break up. Ted confronts Dana about Laura, and the Duprees get a unexpected revelation from Eva. What's good, y'all? It's Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video. And in this one, I am giving you my next week on Beyond the Gates. And this is for the week of May 19th. And I'm sorry, y'all, that it's late. I tried to push it out on Friday. But y'all, would you believe that I recorded this once and I'm now re-recording this? Because when I recorded it, my mic was off. I went in to go edit and there was no sound, y'all. It was no sound. Hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. As you know by now, I am dropping new Beyond the Gates videos every single day. That's episode breakdowns, that's investigating storylines and theories and all of that. And so many of y'all have been enjoying it. So if you're new here and you want to also enjoy it as well, make sure that you subscribe. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Now, this is also posted on ericavane.com for you to read every single week. CBS sends out to some of the press synopses for the following week that is to come, and it tells us what the synopses are for each of the episodes for the next week, and then I take that email, read it to you, and let you know what I think. But I also put the synopsis on ericavane.com so that you can read them for yourself if you so choose. Starting with Monday, May 19th, this will be episode number 55, and the synopsis reads: Derek and Ashley reach a breaking point. Dani finally defines the lines between sex and something more, and Doug scrambles to cover his lies before they destroy everything, and Leslie proves she's not going down without a fight. First of all, good riddance. Good riddance, Derek and Ashley, to y'all's relationship. Maybe this means we get less screen time, except for the fact we're going to have to watch Ashley wallow and grieve, and oh my God, I just broke up with my man, and oh my God, Andre, I need a friend. Just keep it very friendly, ho, because we are still working the Dani and Andre relationship train, and we do not need your ass coming and creating no types of interruptions. Okay, Bookie? Absolutely the hell not. Now, the Dani defining the line between sex and something more. Is Miss Girl realizing that she could probably make something work with little Mr. Andre? Is Miss Girl ready to be like, you know what, you've been here more than just with me and my body, and you actually stimulate my mind, give me emotional stability? Maybe this could be something more. I hope so, y'all. I have been wanting this probably since like episode 25. Almost immediately after they started having sex, I was like, oh yeah, I think this needs to be the thing. And like part of it was on some toxic because I'm like, I need Bill to see that her dating a younger man looks way better than you dating a younger woman or married to this younger woman, and her younger person actually got some damn sense other than a damn airhead that you actually are married to. But then the other part is it feels like they have really, really great chemistry. It feels like they would actually work out. So I want them to go ahead and give it a chance so that we can actually see, like, will this work or won't this work? He calms Dani down. He supports Dani. Dani be set tripping, and he don't judge her for it. He like is always looking for the best way to help her navigate out of some of the tumultuous feelings and thunderstorms that roll in for her emotionally and mentally. It feels like it will work. And I love that she's getting to a place where she's going to define it and maybe move a little bit closer to relationship and not just hooking up. I hated watching last week. I hated watching her lie and gaslight Nicole. I'm like, this is your sister. You want her to trust you, and you're going to sit up here and lie to her damn face. It's one thing for you not to want to share that information, which I get, but like there's a way that you say, I don't actually want to speak on this, or that divert the conversation other than flat out lying. And that's the one time that I looked at Dani. I'm like, girl, I'm really disappointed in you, because one, your sister deserves the truth and not to be gaslit by you, because it's clear like she saw something, y'all be feeling something, it's popping off of you. So you lying to her damn face, straight in her face, is not okay. But I understand you trying to maintain some type of privacy around it. I just wish she would have been able to figure out another way other than straight up lying gaslight Nicole. So the fact that she is in a place now where she's like trying to figure it out, I guess, for herself, and then maybe she can go ahead and communicate, because y'all are still hunching on each other, and then y'all are going to continue to run into each other because you trying to take care of Nicole, he's trying to check on Nicole. So, and then you advocated so beautifully for his ass. You advocated so beautifully for him when Nicole was getting with him and had nothing but smoke. So y'all clearly are going to be in the same vicinity as it pertains to taking care of your sister. So that means that the vibes are still going to be giving the damn vibe. So yes, girl, you need to figure out what it is and what it ain't, and what you want it to be, and then communicate that appropriately. It feels like Andre is down for the ride regardless, except for if he finds out that Ashley dumped that stupid ass fireman, and then I'm like, okay, Andre, don't piss me off. But we're going to have to see, because all of that ain't going to happen on Monday's episode. But that's a little tidbit of what I'm expecting with those storylines. Now, Doug scrambling to cover up his lies before they destroy everything. Sir, just go to your trollopy ass adulterous wife and tell her you need her to run the money through her damn business. That's the least that she could damn do while she's running around Fairmont Crest, busting it wide open for every Tom, Dick, and Harry that can get her aroused. That's the least she could do. And maybe that will be the thing that helps you kick this stupid ass gambling addiction. The shame that comes from going to your wife and having to beg her while also excusing her adultery. The Doug storyline, I'm over it, so I'm not going to spend too much time. Now, Leslie, proving that she's not going nowhere. I think Miss Mama still has so much tucked up her sleeve, and she has only begun to really wreak havoc. The way that she's been able to discard Eva, the way that she didn't give a damn about Eva's birthday, like, all of that is really leaning for me, y'all, into the idea that Eva is not actually her damn daughter. With every new episode with additional information, I am getting more and more convinced that Eva and Kat were switched at birth, and Kat is her real damn daughter. If y'all want to get into that theory, you can go ahead and check out this video, because I already did a video talking about our Kat and Eva twins, and in that I talked about my theory about the switched at birth. As more episodes come along, I will point out things as they go along so that y'all can actually follow me in reference to, is this theory true or not? But this is what that popped up for me, of like, Leslie proves that she's not going down without a fight. Like, I think she's scrambling to cover up the whole Laura thing, because we do get to see Jacob, at the end of last week, approach her and tell her she needs to come down to the station. He's going to question her about Laura. I don't know if he's going to let her know about the whole recording from Kat or whatever, but then there is something else that she has either on Ted or on this circumstance. That's another bomb that has yet to be dropped that even Eva didn't know, and I feel like that is what's going to be it. Child, this is only the beginning of the mess. Now, for Tuesday, May 20th, episode number 56, the synopsis reads, Anita opens the door to her past. Ashley's heartbreak threatens to undo her, and Eva leans into one person who believes her. Anita goes and meets with Tracy, because we know that Tracy was on the train and headed in that night when she gave her a call. And Tracy's probably going to be the one to help her get Sharon on board. So yay, we're going to get the Articulous reunion. It's just going to take a little while, and they're going to have to work through their little issues. We're going to get to learn a little bit more about Miss Anita Dupree. I did a video talking about how I felt like maybe she was a mean girl back in the day. So if you want to go through that potential storyline and see that content and you haven't already, go ahead and check it out. Every video that I mentioned will be linked in the description box down below. Ashley heartbreak threatens to undo her. Girl, go ahead and cry your little eyes out. Cool. The heartbreak hurts. Great. Just stay your ass away from Andre. More importantly, Eva leans into the one person who believes her. This is her and Tomas getting closer. And when I say, Kat, it's time for you to drop this chicken dinner and get with a winner, I don't know where the winner at, but it definitely ain't Tomas. Let Eva have his ass, girl. That, when I read that, that's the first thing I thought. Like, yes, Andre has been there to listen to her and all that, but the last episode we got to see him like, do you got some other plans for my aunt? Are you gonna try to get in your mom's good graces by doing some other goofy he was empathetic, but not really trying to figure out what else is coming down the pipeline, because my aunt is really hurt. So that let me know that while he can find some grace for Eva, he also understands it for what it is and how dangerous this could potentially be and how shady she could potentially be. But Tomas's ass is the one who been switch flopping back and forth. When he talking to Kat, he one way. When he talking to Eva, he another way. And then the last time that we saw him, he was fake pressing Eva about being so vindictive and then grabbing her hand and all of that. At the end, it's like, at the end of the day, sir, you want to hunch on this girl, you feel attracted to this girl, and yes, you like the idea of Kat, I believe, but I think that you're actually interested in Eva more. And I think that this episode is where Eva starts to lean into that interest, because she's already in a place of trying to cultivate what her life is going to look like at Fairmont Crest now that all this is out, and she is being supported by Ted and being in the society under Ted as Ted's daughter. Bless her heart, because Kat already ready to turn her every which way but loose. Now you're gonna take her man? Nasty work. Now, Wednesday, May 21st is episode number 57, and the synopsis reads, the Duprees navigate heartbreak and hard truths as Eva makes a fateful choice about her mother. Ashley and Derek confront what's left of their love, and Chelsea opens up about who she is, even if it hurts. Okay, so for the Derek and Ashley parts, this is when Derek moves out. Again, good riddance. So I'm gonna go ahead and move past that. Chelsea opening up about who she is, I think it's tied to her feeling like she's actually a lesbian, maybe not bi, because she's more attracted to the wife within that sexual situation she was having, that threesome with that married couple, and how she wanted to have those sexual experiences with the wife only and wanted to stop sleeping with the husband. And I'm also like, girl, okay, you coming out is cool and all, but don't nobody care. And not nobody care of like trying to be insensitive or homophobic in any way. It's like, girl, nobody is pressed about, like, love who you love, have sex with who you want to have sex with. Like, please don't be coming around here making these proclamations when it's really real. Like, y'all got illegitimate children, affairs, marrying child brides and everything going on in your family, and you want to pop out, hey, look at my lesbian lover. Like, Chelsea, please, we got bigger fish to fry, girl. Continue to lick cat all the hell you like. Nobody is shading you for that. Nobody got a problem with you in that. It don't feel like the Duprees are like anti that. Look at Martin, beautiful queer love. Like, Chelsea. And maybe I'm jumping to conclusions of like her opening up. Maybe she just opens up with somebody more privately, but this, I don't know. I immediately jumped to like her coming out, and I'm like, girl, please. Maybe she talks to her mom. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that part in the comment section down below. Now, the most confusing part about this was the first sentence where it says the Duprees navigate heartbreak. I'm like, what else is breaking their damn heart? The Duprees navigate heartbreak. So I'm thinking that includes Anita and Vernon as like the head of the family. Like, what broke their hearts? It would have to be something big. Or is it just them helping Nicole navigate this heartbreak? Is Nicole having conversations in this episode about divorce? That could be that. Let's not catastrophize everything, Erica. Okay. And then hard truths as Eva makes a faithful choice about her mom. I think Eva's going to choose to not help her mom continue to destroy this family or go back at Ted and keep her foot down. Like, she put her foot down before of like, no, I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to go talk to Ted on your behalf. But then now I think that she's going to really be like, whatever relationship you want to have, whatever the hell you trying to do, you go ahead and do it. But if you try to do something untoward to them, negative towards them, I'm also going to try to stop you. And I love that for you, Eva. We love your redemption journey, girl. We absolutely love it. Y'all let me know what you think about that synopsis in the comment section down below, because that is my best guess, and this one is probably the most confusing. Now, Thursday, May 22nd is episode number 58, and the synopsis reads, Eva pushes back against her mother's delusions. Anita and Tracy unpack old wounds, and Nicole, Ted, and Kat confront a chilling possibility. What if Leslie's lies are just the beginning? Run them DNA tests. If Leslie's lies are just the beginning, run them DNA tests, and everybody needs to get tested, because we need to go ahead and get to. Okay, yes, you know, Kat already believes that they're responsible for putting Laura in the hospital, but like, how big is this plot to get back at Ted, to pop back into Fairmont Crest, and to bring his illegitimate child to light and like destroy this family? What else is there? There is so much more there. I really feel like we're at the tip of the iceberg with this crazy ass woman, and they're starting to really unpack that and realize that. And baby, if it comes out that they were switched at birth, like, maybe if they weren't just accidentally switched, or like Dana took Kat and left Eva. Took Eva and left Kat. That's what I meant to say. Because I got an idea for it. Like, somebody was like, well, why would they be switched at birth? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was thinking about if I wanted to put this in a separate video or not, but I'm gonna like mention it here, and y'all can let me know, and I can expound upon it, I guess, in another video. But it makes so much sense to me, with Dana being a woman who's struggling with mental health issues, for her to take Nicole's child and raise it as her own, and then put her child in Nicole's child's place, so that her biological child could grow up in the lifestyle that she wished that she was actually living in. And then she would still be able to hold something over Ted, in addition to like keeping a child that she was never supposed to keep. Like, there's layers there to the crazy, and I totally could see that being the actual storyline. So remember this video when I told you that. Again, I'll probably expand upon it if I feel like there's other evidence popping up and pointing to it, and I'll remind y'all of this. But like, remember, I said it now because I feel like it's coming in the future, for real, for real. Now, Anita and Tracy unpacking old wounds. I think we're just going to get very clear on what actually happened, what Anita did, and how she was so hurtful. And then from there, they're going to be able to figure out the plan to make amends with Sharon. Cool. Articulates reunion, loading. Cool. Eva pushing back is similar to what I was saying in the last episode of like her standing on business when it comes to Leslie/Dana, and she's not going to take anything anymore. And again, I love that for her. Now, Friday, the last episode of the week, is going to be on May 23rd, and it's episode number 59. The synopsis reads, Anita and Tracy finally confront the betrayal that tore them apart. Oh yeah, I remember this because I read this when I was doing this the first time. Okay, let me finish. Ted corners Leslie with a devastating accusation. Doug begins to connect the dots about Joey's friendship with his wife, and Martin's lack of communication frustrates Smitty. All right, I'm going to start at the beginning. So Anita and Tracy finally confront the betrayal that tore them apart. I think that Tracy was into Vernon. I feel like at some point, whether one of the girls in the Articulates was dating Vernon and Anita got him, or like Anita won him, or he fell for Anita and fell out of love or fell out of interest with those girls or one of those girls, and that's going to be part of it. And then of course things just spiral from there, so I cannot wait to see that. Ted corners Leslie with this devastating accusation. I think that's him calling her like out for harming Laura just so that she can get Eva to take her place. Doug begins to connect the dots between Joey's friendship with his wife. About damn time, because again, your wife is throwing her cat at anything that moves. About damn time. But what is your passive, addicted to gambling ass finna do? Because you give weak, and we would love for a strong ass man to show up any day now, Doug, but you don't be giving that. So what you gonna do with that information? That's what I want to know. And Martin's lack of communication frustrating Smitty. I think Smitty's not letting it go of him deciding that to walk away from the presidential campaign because he knew how much it meant to him. So he knows that there has to be something else going on behind the scenes. And with Bill summoning him, it didn't actually help. It kind of like stoked the fires. And now Smitty is not going to allow himself to be left in the dark. And he's going to be still commanding like transparency and communication, to which Martin does not do a good job with. So now they're going to be back in the rocky road. And honestly, I don't blame Smitty, y'all. I really don't. So those are the synopses. Again, those are available for you to read on ericavane.com. I will be doing, new breakdowns for every single episode as they premiere. Let me know all of your predictions, your thoughts, your theories, even your favorite characters in the comment section down below. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next Beyond the Gates video.
What can I say? When I'm good, I'm great.
And when you're bad, you're better?
You tell me.
Bad is definitely better.
You're a good friend.
Terrible. What took you so long?